So last night was our second ceremony, and as you can see, I'm cleansing a bit with these pimples on my face, but basically my first intention was to they give you this program that says, show me who I become, merge my soul at all costs, and heal my heart. And they tell you that these intentions need to happen before you can get to like any place. And the thing is that I've done the work, and I did ayahuasca before, and I really have gone through that process. So it was almost like they were preaching this process to go back to. And so Zach and I felt like we were like going backwards almost. And it was almost like the intentions needed to be different for us. And, or at least I know for me. And so the first night was pure bliss. Ayahuasca really grounded me in the work that I've done on myself. And she was like, give yourself credit. And she kept just letting me enjoy it, and I was seriously like high. I was like, holy shit, like there was nothing in the way. I was pure bliss. And then my intention for the next night was to heal my ancestors, because I know that it's important to I know my bloodline, and I'm Mayan, Apache, Hopi, Navajo, and Native American. And so I go into the ceremony, and the earth just called me. Like, I was legitimately rolling around in the soil, and I was near the fire, and I was dancing, and I was looking at the moon and the stars, and I was the magician again, and I was moving my hands, and I was dancing. And for some reason it was like my duty to dance, and I was legitimately like rolling around in the soil, and I was all dirty, and the shamans were walking around, and they were like, making sure everything was okay. And the guy, I remember him just being like, all right, girl, like, do your thing. And then I brought my blanket and my stuff outside, and all of a sudden everything started fractaling, and ayahuasca started telling me a story. And this is really, really important. And she said that I have to be gentle with telling everybody this. And basically she showed me the whole story of why the indigenous people are still in mourning. And basically the Native Americans were the original people on this earth. This was our earth. We were living perfectly and happy. And these beings, these extraterrestrial beings, came in and took over. And they're called the Anunnaki. And they basically took over and took our women and raped them and had children with them to create a slavery race to mine gold here on the planet for their own benefit. And these people are still running society. And so I saw this wormhole, and ayahuasca was like, this is why you're here. And so I saw this wormhole of conditioning, of all the conditions of society, of all the trauma, of all this sexual pain, and the Vatican raping children to suppress their sexual energy, because that's our powerful source. Sexual energy is spiritual energy, and that's why I've been so drawn to Tantra. And this riddle that I'm solving, it showed me that everything with this riddle that I'm solving is real as fuck. And I started solving this riddle before ayahuasca this time, and she's in me and she's working her magic, and this is the magic that I'm uncovering. And this wormhole kept fractaling, and it scared the fucking shit out of me, and I had to slow down. And so I had to ask her, like, be gentle with me. And I pulled back, and there was this moment where, oh my gosh, it was like the blood in my body was crying and like shaking, and like please help us, and my entire being got weak. And I, like, kid you not, like, I got like so overwhelmed with fear, so fucking scared to go down this rabbit hole of manipulation, because this is what these beings have done to us, and they've manipulated us into being our own slaves. And this manipulation is self-created, and I have that awareness. It grounded me in my awareness. I'm not crazy, and this I know that, and I've accepted that, but the fear that I felt wasn't my fear. It was the fear of the entire world. And I was feeling the pain and the trauma of my ancestors because they were living so perfect, and these beings came and took over. And basically, they've put a grid around the earth that is something to do with the moon, and when people die, if they're not a higher conscious, their souls get trapped in this purgatory realm, which is self-created, and they feed on their souls. And this is going to probably scare a lot of people, but let me tell you, it's going to be broken. And those are where a lot of my ancestors are, and I felt them up there, and I felt them, and they were talking to me. And the first night, what was crazy is that there was a point where I saw these beings watching me, and they were like, it was like an initiation, and they were like, is she ready? Is she ready? And like, I kind of ignored it because I was in my own little bliss, but I know they were watching because some of my ancestors are guiding me, and they're initiating me right now, and they wanted to know if I could handle this. And I'm here for a reason, and part of why I'm here is I'm this magician that's manifested in the form. I'm the magician that created the universe. We all are, and we just have to remember. But I've manifested myself in this body for a reason, to take back the earth again, because this is my earth and these beings came. And so my body felt super weak. I felt the trauma in my blood, and it wasn't my lifetime. It was ancestors, and they're all mourning this. And this is why Native Americans drink alcohol, is because they feel so in tune. And there's a few other Native Americans here that feel the same way. They're so in tune with the earth that society is in a conflict with them, because of the way we live is in tune with the moon and the earth, and society is completely fucking it up with the calendar and the Gregorian and lunar and all of those things. And so it's not in tune, and I felt it in my being. I mean, it's one thing to say it, but you guys, like if it was in your blood, it's fucking hard. And I felt my body, and I got really, really weak, and I was super scared. And ayahuasca goes like this, and it stopped, and then it was basically like taking me through it again, and she was going down this wormhole again, and she was like, this is why you're here, because there's something in my DNA that is going to be activated, that is going to collapse this hologram, this grid that they have these souls stuck in purgatory in, and it's going to free these souls. And it was a little bit too much for me, and so I asked it to just ease up, and I said, please be gentle with me. And I was like, I'm not ready for this right now. And I basically I was like, I'm not ready for this right now. And she listened to me. She let me, calm down, and she was like, okay, okay. But I know that tonight I have to go back into that hell. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was so scary. It was so scary, but it was needed. And I know that I'm a warrior for this fucking reason, is to free my people again, because we were raped, and we were killed, and we were slaughtered, and we were living so beautifully. And I believe that tonight is gonna be my night. That she's still in me right now, working, by the way. And tonight is gonna be my night where I just heal it all, and I have to go back into the trauma and heal it all for all of my people, all of the natives, and to activate this thing. And it was interesting because these Anunnaki beings, people who do ayahuasca talk about these extraterrestrial, little cute little aliens that help them. Well, these aren't good, and I saw half of their face, and they were watching me, and they were like, uh-oh, who is she? And I knew that I could tap into their plan without them knowing. And even me saying that, they're wondering, because they can hear, they're wondering, how is she gonna do it? And to be honest, I feel so fucking strong. Like this is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm meant to fight. This is what I'm meant to break. And these extraterrestrial beings, whether you take it literally or not, listen to the words that I say, because there is a reason why there's so many different theories about this stuff. And research the indigenous tribes, research the Anunnaki, research this stuff, because when I came out of it today, oh my gosh, I was like, this shit's real as fuck. And they know I'm here, and they know I'm here to break it, and something's gonna happen tonight and the next night where it's gonna continue, and this riddle that we're solving is so important, and there's magic in water. This water is the potion that the magician here is sharing with all of her people to free us from this matrix hold. And whether you believe me or not, whether you think it's a scam or not, whether you think anything, this water is cleansing your blood on a molecular, cellular, divine, cosmic level. And I'm so fucking thankful that I pushed through that, because a lot of people gave me shit for the water and they think I'm just trying to sell them, but there was a reason. And so the magician over here is giving the potion, and it's real as fuck, and there's more to it. But this wormhole that I'm gonna have to go down, it's just it's hard, and it scared me at first, and it was really like one of those things where I was just like, dude, there's something about, like, there's something about it, and there's more to uncover. But there's this Thrive movement that's here, and these people that are here, and I think we're supposed to team up and help free everybody from this system. And there's big shit happening here, and to tap into it is a big part of the change. And you know, like, I'm cleansing hard, like these pimples, my shit. I didn't purge, and I think it's because I'm vegan, and yeah, there's no, like, I'm a vessel now. I didn't have to purge or anything. It was literally like, damn girl, like, you did the work. And I'm very proud of myself for that, and it's very humbling at the same time to be around people who are on this level as well. And it just challenges me, you know, to be better. And it's so interesting because I was like hesitant to share this video, but ayahuasca is a beautiful plant, and I've played the game of healing, and I'm just at a different consciousness. And to get here, ayahuasca can guide you through your depression in a very gentle way. You can ask the plant, you know, like, be gentle with me to get me here. And it doesn't have to be this terrifying experience, because this is what Rhythmia teaches you. It's like an ayahuasca university, as this guy said when we were first walking in. So I'm gonna update you guys tomorrow that we're doing 4 ceremonies. And yes, I know some people think that's too much, but I think that there's a reason, and I'm trusting this universe. And man, I feel connected, and I have a duty, and my people, humanity, not just the natives, like, humanity needs to be broken out of this. And these spells that these beings are using, bye.